What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Every Week We Follow. I'm your host, James Clifton, and I'm here with my good friend, Gary Bennett. We're going to be here for about the next half an hour or so talking about all things Aston Villa. If you are new here, please do hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the hype button. Let us know in the comments what you think. All these things that I keep throwing at you. If you've managed to keep up, well done. But the first thing we're going to be talking about is Digne, Luca is now a PSG player. He has left Aston Villa for, depending on where you read it, it's like 7, 8, 9 million pounds, somewhere around that. So it was less than 10. We know that. But yeah, last season he was, I think it was six assists or something in the Premier League. I think it was like the highest assist from a left back or something in Europe or within the Premier League or something like that. Something mental. It's a bit mixed feelings on this channel, and I know that Gary, you are a big fan of Ian Maatsen, who is obviously going to be taking on that role from what we can tell. But yes, thoughts, Luca Digne.
Another one has gone. Fucking Jesus Christ. He was. My only criticism of Luca Digne was his age, really, but he'd proven us wrong time and time again. He kept Ian Maatsen out. He was arguably our best option at left back for the last couple of seasons. However, I understand by it in terms of, and this is, I guess, it fits in with where it looks like the direction we're going with younger, kind of quicker players in forward areas. Now, Maatsen for me will always cause divide, and we've had this discussion with numerous people in the comments. But there is a player there, and now he needs time to nurture. This is what now is his season to show us that he can improve defensively, just like Luca Digne did. Because we all said the same thing about Luca Digne. I remember that again, not bad defensively, but again going forward was. I mean, yes, he could cross the ball, but there was so many. It's I liken it to the Austin McPhee stat, right? Everyone's going, oh, well, we scored 18 goals, and you go, yeah, but we also gave the ball away about 1 million times. So just because you get 6 assists. If 6 out of 1 billion crosses is rubbish. Do you know what I mean? It's just be more consistent. So it's all about consistency football. So don't get me wrong, Dean, quality personality, quality professional. We will miss him. There's no doubt about that. Emery trusted him and stuff. But I think the flip side of that, Emery's obviously, he's not stupid. The guy's 31, 32, whatever it is. It's a chance for. It's not a big money deal for him, obviously. He's probably getting more wages, but it's back home for him. It makes sense for him, and it makes sense to lay the partner of the guard, and hopefully, Maatsen can have that opportunity to rise forward. Obviously, there's talk of speculation about other players coming in at the moment still, so let's see what happens. But yeah, wish Digne well. Nothing but respect for him. But yeah, I think it's one of them that was probably inevitable. It's another wage bill off the thing.
I think everyone always knew there was going to be at least one of them going. And then obviously when the news kind of broke, I think maybe even during the latter stage of the World Cup, I think PSG had been impressed with him in the World Cup for France. And yeah, I mean, he's always been it's amazing how he's just managed to fight off every suitor that's come in, whether that's Alex Moreno, whether that was, even Maatsen, whether that was, who else was there? There was one other as well. I can't remember. I'm sure there was one other. There was Moreno and there was another left back. I'm sure there was. Maybe it was just
Ashley Young.
Yeah, Ashley Young. Yeah, exactly.
Ashley Young.
Luca Digne has just continued. So he's been a brilliant servant to the club. He's done fantastic things over the years. But yeah, it's time for him to move on. Aging, high wages. We need to try and get those wages down. I assume that whoever comes in, because we will need someone in that left back position, surely, will be an understudy, or is it going to be very much like he did with Maatsen and Digne, where they're 2 seniors rotating, just competing for that place?
Well, I think it will be like I think we mentioned this briefly on the last show, mate. That Maatsen obviously was used as a left winger as well with Digne at times last season. I think it's going about you. This season is a transitional season, so it's now. We don't know really because pre-season doesn't give you the real oversight of what he's going to do. Right, he's just testing things, so we don't know how he's going to set up. But we're just guessing. But looking at who we've bought so far, who we've got, you would think that those positions will be up for grabs and interchangeable because he's not going to know. Because Maatsen is, while he's that, he is the left back with Digne gone. We know that he's been inconsistent. We know he's got a lot of development to go still. Will he be given the nod and allowed to? Because last season, if you remember, he played quite a lot of football at the beginning of the season, and I was thinking, this is the one. And then all of a sudden, for the important games, he started with Digne again. And I don't know if Digne was injured in that process, or I can't remember, but he was utilised differently. And I think that'll be the same this year. I think Emery, if he signs another left back, will. You don't know if they're going to hit the ground running in the Premier League, whereas Maatsen's got the Premier League experience now and, does probably what Emery wants. So it's now about developing that. So I think we'll have to wait and see. But either way, I'm coming back to the same words, mate. In Unai, we trust. Whatever happens, I just think we've got to allow these first few, 6 to 8 weeks of the season a time to see what he's going to go with. Is he going to change the style of play? Because that will determine who actually plays in these positions. And hopefully, I've got everything crossed, mate. I'm excited. I think if he pulls this off, mate, it's just going to be another exceptional season.
Be unbelievable. Because obviously we've got Sousa as well, 21-year-old left back. So he could potentially play second fiddle there, but I just think with a Champions League season, I think we're going to need another senior left back of mine, because it's not like the right back position where we've got various cover and players that you
can play there, or you've got other players that seem to play there, right? Yeah, Bogard. Yeah, you've got other options, haven't you?
Cool. So yes, Luca Digne, we wish him well, but see you later, Luca. John McGinn, latest news on him. There hasn't been anything official from the club, but obviously he picked up a knock. Excuse me, picked up a knock the other day against. Was it Patton? BB Patton, wasn't it? Yeah. International superstar BB Patton. So that's why he was missing for the Bayern game. But apparently, noises coming out of Villa are quite positive. It's not anything long term. It might be a couple of weeks. Might be that he's not in for the Super Cup, which is a bit of a shame. But yes, John McGinn, it sounds like, fingers crossed, hopefully something official comes out. I'm sure it does come out, because usually we release these episodes and then literally 10 minutes later, there's news.
I think we've got till 11:59 tomorrow to confirm our squad for the Super Cup. Is that right?
Yeah, because there's some confusion, because obviously we announced the squad, and then people are going, why is Maggio not in it? Why is Maggio not in it? And then Maggio's not in it, but then he's under 21, but he's not played through our academy or anything for 2 years. Apparently, you have to have been coming through for 2 years to not have to be named. So he will need to be named if we want to play him.
Yeah, but also we hadn't had the decision from the arbitration team, so they couldn't name him. But then that came through, and so I'd be amazed if he's not in the team. Because I think he can apply. So I think I think we'll hear something over the next 24, 40 hours. Probably in the next half an hour, mate. As soon as we come off air, like you said, it'll just be announced.
Yeah, like I said, it'll literally break 5 seconds.
I look forward to your text, mate.
yeah. So yes, Luca Digne gone. John McGinn. Third piece of news. I mean, there's so much news, by the way, to be talking about, but we have so little time. I love how it's auto-corrected this, by the way, in my notes. It's not Kendrick. We're not talking about Matt Kendrick. We're not having the bold editor from Claret Blue.
Oh, that's funny.
Endrick from Real Madrid. There's been
doing the round, mate.
Yeah, there's been stuff going around. 19, is he? 19 years old, striker from Real Madrid.
He's a young lad. Yeah.
Yes, so that's doing the rounds at the minute. It's interesting because I think some people are going, can't see this happening, like it's in too big a name. It's like, he was on loan at Lyon.
20 years old he is, mate. He's only 20.
Yeah. Again, he was on loan at Lyon last season. Why can't he come here? Why can't he come to Villa? So Villa's a bigger team than Lyon, surely.
I don't know, mate. Maybe we weren't in for him then.
What I mean is people are saying, like, I've heard some stuff where people are going,
okay, sorry.
Too big a name.
Yeah. If he can go to Lille, why couldn't he come to a club like Villa? Yeah,
exactly.
Mate, if that's a potential loan deal that can happen, I think it's a no-brainer for me. You just get that sorted as quickly as possible.
What does that mean for players like Maggio? And obviously we talked about Tammy and...
Well, it means that there's rotation needed. It means that there's competition needed. It means that we need a squad to compete on, all domestic cups and Champions League. So I think it's just a player that
right wing as well, can't he? So
he can play on that right wing, right? So it gives you an option. Look, we don't know. There's still another 2.5 weeks left of the transfer window. There still could be players leaving, mate. We still don't know about Watkins and Konza. We hope that they're going to stay. That's the key. But if they don't, then it's another cover because he can play as a centre forward as well. So
Evan Gesson, if we can get rid of Evan Gesson. Let's just quickly because the next point was Bayern. So the Bayern game. Do a very quick synopsis of that.
Evan Gesson. He just reminded me of that first game against Crystal Palace, mate. Like I genuinely believe that this guy has blagged his way to a professional contract without ever really kicking a football. I think he's AI'd the crap out of footage, sent it to the club, right? And he's managed to kind of convince people that he's a footballer because you watch him and it's like he's never played the game. Yeah. Like he's in a world of his own. Looking around.
Did you see his chance where he should have headed it and tried to volley it? And it's just like,
what are we doing? 30 million quid. Look, you want to get behind these people and support them, but they don't do themselves any favours. Like the way you get supporters on board is by at the bare minimum, right? Work rate and commitment and desire. Right, that's for me is number one. If I see that in a player, I'm all over it. You go, okay, he's maybe not great technically. Maybe he's made a few mistakes, but my word, this guy works his nuts off. I don't even see that with Gesson. I just see him literally strolling around the pitch as if he's like some sort of like world beater, and he's just nowhere near the level. And like
he's very like lackadaisical, kind of relaxed with the way he moves.
He looks disinterested. And then I'll look at someone like Brian Maggio, who's coming through as a 17-year-old kid who, even against Bayern in the first half, he's just powering through people. He's trying things like they're not coming off, but he's having a go because that's what he clearly believes in his ability. And I'm watching, and I'm like, isn't Gesson looking at him and going, "Oh, maybe I should do like." Maybe I should make some effort because I don't understand. Like, make it make sense to me, mate. Like, I don't want to be this guy who's criticising him, but he's showing me nothing but absolute dire. Like, it's just been again. He doesn't even look like a footballer. I don't know how we've wasted £30 million. And what's really weird is that when he went to Palace on loan, he looked okay.
It was all right.
I'm like,
well, the theory. I mean, obviously, people let us know in the comments what you think about Evan Gesson, but I think the theory was that we were playing him out of position, right? And he wants to play as that central kind of like, but that's what we've been doing now pre-season.
Emery's played him central in pre-season, and
it's terrible.
God, he's worse than Watkins.
It's not been good at all, has it? He just always seems to look like a yard away from the ball, from the pace of the game, and he's not there.
Mate, Bayern didn't even have their first team was out really, right? And he just looked lost. He didn't look at the level. Right, but I didn't see the first half because I was out and about. I got back for the second half.
Second half
was men against boys, mate. We were dominating.
First half hour was tough. Like that second half.
It felt like we couldn't get out of our half. We were just kind of. And this is what I'm talking about intensity. The way that Bayern pressed was, again, it was really impressive. But we did get stuff, and obviously Joe Gomez, I thought was excellent all game. Hopefully,
Joao Gomez, that lovely finish, lovely goal.
Yeah,
and he was probably the best.
He had a good game, mate. He had a good game. Yeah. I was impressed, and these are all good minutes. It's now, but this week is exciting. We've got to try and get some forgiveness for that. You mentioned, John, about the Super Cup. I mean, this is like I guess if we lose it, then it's just another pre-season friendly, right? But it is an opportunity to win another trophy, and it's only the second time we've ever been there.
I mean, let's move on. Let's move on to the Super Cup now. Then, so what are your thoughts? I mean, the thing is obviously, I think the majority of the senior, say the majority, Watkins, Konsa, Emi Martinez, etc. They're only back, I think, today. Yeah. I mean, they might play. I don't know if they'll start. I mean, I have no idea. But personally,
I think they'll be involved, mate. I think they'll have to because look, you're so close to the start of the season now. They've had 2.5 weeks off. That's rest. So it's like, it is what it is, but you probably just chuck them straight in and go, right, a little bit. It means, obviously you want to win it, but it's a chance to get minutes under the belt. You've got Mönchengladbach next week, and then we're into it, mate. So they're going
to. I assume there might be a behind closed doors friendly or something between, because there's a week between games, right? But obviously Konsa played. Emi Martinez played. Watkins didn't play, but he still trained.
Yeah,
you just need to manage their minutes. You need to manage their load a bit, don't you? Because you don't want to pick up some kind of annoying injury to like Konsa, which one could be either he's out for us, which is a massive thing, or he's also out for any potential deal that might be coming in as well. So
Martinez and Konsa understand, mate, but Watkins has got no excuse. He played about 28 minutes in the World Cup. I know he's trained, but come on. Like, he should be absolutely fine to just hit the ground running, and that's what we need. If Watkins is staying, this is the biggest season of his career at Villa for me.
What'll be fun? Will Luca Dean be playing against us?
Oh God, yeah.
We can have Luca Dean left back against us within a week. No, not even a week. Within 2 days or whatever of signing, he's literally I'm lining up against you, and you know what's going to happen. Probably going to deliver a ball and get an assist. But yeah, in general, I'm kind of indifferent to this game. Yes, it is. Everyone's going, it's another European trophy, possibly. It's another, I totally agree with it, and it's fine. I just think with the way we've talked about our squad, where it is at the moment this season, and where we expect to be trying to I'm not going to put a lot on this game. Like, I think if we... I want a decent performance. I want to compete. That's why Emery always says, right? We've got to compete. These are the European... This is like an absolute powerhouse of a team. This is not like playing just like a second string from wherever. I expect them to play their starting team.
Mate, they have been the best team in Europe for the last 2 seasons by a country mile, right? We I don't know who's back for them. We know this is going to be a tough test. Even... Emery has come out in this presser this week about this game and said, look, it's an amazing achievement where we are. Our team has completely changed since we last played them in 24-25, different players. They've changed a little bit, but look, there's no doubt about this. They are a better team than we are by a country mile, right? They should be winning this game. And I think for us, we've just got to go into it as a free hit, really, and play with the shackles off. Because we're not expected to win anything. Just go and have a go at them. Go and do what we did against them. We can beat them, but we're going to have to do what we did in that second half against them, and we're going to have to, kind of try not make any mistakes. Let some of the young kids have a go. Like, I've been super impressed with Lynch and super impressed with Maggio. Like, if they are available, let them have a go at them and see what happens. They won't know what they're about, and it might not come off, but you've got. So, I'm like you, I'm indifferent. Yes, I'd love to win another trophy, but if we lose it, it's not the biggest, it's not the end of the world, because of where we're at. If this was us, if this was our winning team from May with Rodgers and Tielemans still in it, and and think, then maybe you'd go, okay, maybe we can try and go toe to toe because we've got an established team here. But we're a team in transition again. We've got to accept that, right? It is what it is. I've got total faith in Unai Emery that he's going to make this transition. And we're still going to be a force to be reckoned with, because it's with what we've got. The youngsters. If you can get under Garnacho properly, skin and get him focused. We've said there's a player there. Alisson looks impressive and quick. When Manzambi is back for the start of the season, I know he's not in this team, but we've got young players that are potentially really exciting that could cause teams lots of problems, right? And then you've got the old guard. You've got Buendia, looks great, has looked good in pre-season, looks fit again. He had a brilliant season last season. If he can continue, then you've got that number 10 role covered. You've got Boubacar Kamara, obviously, who's back, and that is and then you talked about Konsa and Martinez being back. Then all of a sudden we've got a spine again. Up top, right? And you go, okay, let's have a real go at them, and then let the youngsters be that flair. Let Maggio, because I don't care who you are. I was looking at photos of him yesterday again, mate. That boy is not a boy. How is he 17? Like, I don't get it. Like, he's just an absolute monster of a man. Like, it's unbelievable. Whatever he's been fed. Like, I want some, man.
Prime beef. Prime A-class beef.
Like, there's a thing on a channel where it's got comparison pictures of him, Mings, Konsa, mate, and he's bigger than all of them. Like, bigger than all of them. Like, you just go.
I can't wait to see him in the flesh, mate. I can't wait for that home game against Arsenal. I'm just like, stick him up top, get him in there, let's have him. Like, it's gonna be brilliant.
I genuinely am excited by it all now. Like, we've got to, as football fans, there will be ups and downs, and it'll be just, you know me, I hate losing, and I will be critical when players don't do the basics, because it really frustrates me. Rodgers at the start of last season, I went in on him, and rightly so, because he was being lazy. There's no excuse for laziness, man. Like, that's down to your own personal desire, and if you think you're better than just trying, then because you're earning so much money, I just hate that narrative. Like, because I know that the majority of us fans get behind players that give their all. It's why Tielemans will go and won't be hated at Villa, because every time he played, he left everything on the pitch. Right, and you go, okay, yeah, I'm gutted that he left, like I am, but I'm not going, oh, he's dead to me. I'm over that now, but he's one of those players where you go, yeah, he gave everything when he was on there. He worked his nuts off. And he was one of our best players in forward passing ability. In fact, I think he'll be our biggest loss this season, because I don't see another player in that team that does what he does. Right, but I think Rodgers can be replaced. As much as the flair we've got to him, but I think we've got other players that could step up to the plate there. So, we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's exciting, and the Super Cup is just a way to kind of hopefully, like you just said, just compete. If we can compete with them and don't get battering, right, and just make a good account of ourselves, and the young players can get a wealth of experience from that going into the start of the season, then it's a win-win for me, whatever happens.
Exactly. Yeah, brilliant. Well, I think that's everything. The one last thing we wanted to note is that on Thursday, we will be doing a live episode for a pre-season preview. Fuck, I keep doing this. It's not pre-season preview. It's a season preview. We're not doing a preview of the pre-season. We've just had the pre-season. The pre-season's done. We're going to preview the season. Right. Do that again.
What are we doing again, James? Just so we're clear.
We will do doing a season preview.
There we go. Well done, mate.
Well done. Right. And we have got a big hitter lineup coming for you. Hopefully, we should have Luke from Up the Villa. We should have Neil from the Liverpool McGrath. We should hopefully have Sam from True Adventures, and we should also have Ben from BN Talks Ball. So that will be a brilliant lineup if we can get him in, and maybe Adam CCO. Mate, Adam, if you're watching this, mate, reply. Yeah. Reply to Gary.
If you could just check your messages, mate. Football friends.
All these people, unfortunately, none of us are able to go to Austria, so we are available for that. For that season preview. I almost said it again.
Which will be the day after the final, so hopefully we can pick that apart with the boys as well.
Yes, exactly. We can talk about that as well as all the kind of things that I'm going to put together for us to preview the season for.
Yeah.
Right. As always, if you are new here, please do hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. We'd love to hit 100 likes if we can on this video. Thank you for everyone with all your support. Our numbers have gone absolutely potty over these last few. I've never said that word before, other than with my son when I'm talking to him about potty training. That's all I've ever said. Would you go wee on the potty? You want to go wee on the potty?
This is why people tune in, mate. It's all for the funny mouth, probably is right.
Quality content. Anyway, if you are new here, please do hit that subscribe button, hit that hype button. Let us know down in the comments. What do you think? What do you think about Luca Dean leaving? How do you think we're going to get on in that Super Cup? How do you think we're going to approach it? What do you think about not Matt Kendrick, but Endrick joining us up front? And how did you think about that Bayern game? And as always, if you can, please do join us live on Thursday night at 9 p.m. is when we're looking to go live for the season preview.
And Gary, we're live on YouTube, so you can get your comments in and all that kind of stuff. So that'll be cool.
Yes. Gary, if you want to give us your final thoughts and sing us out, mate.
Yeah, final thoughts, mate. Two things from me, really. Final thoughts. On Wednesday for the Super Cup, I couldn't get tickets to Austria, although there were tickets available 3 days ago, but I can't actually now go because I'm busy. So that's I am going to the warehouse to watch it. So if you are at the warehouse on Wednesday, I will be probably on TikTok live with my little camera thing going around. So please do come and say hi. And then the final thing is the third kit, mate, released.
Oh yeah, sorry, we meant to talk about that. Yeah.
Well, it's a final thought, mate. We've planned it out quite well. All right, here we go. Thoughts, mate. What are you thinking?
It's different. I'm not sure on the whole central, everything centered like thing. Like, I mean, I'm with my design eyes. I'm just kind of sitting there going, "Well, you got this like triangular badge, and then you got our badge, which also, by the way, I actually don't like the fact it's in color. I think it doesn't make sense on it. It looks like the first time I saw it, I was like, that looks like a pajama top from Tesco's. That's what it looks like. It looks like one of those knockoff pajama t-shirts.
Mate, it's also massive. The badge is massive. It's like
everything's massive, and then a lot of quite, the swirls are kind of cool. They're quite like the shape of the whole end and all that. It's I've not been blown away by the home kit or the third kit. I think the away kit, what I've seen, looks quite nice.
Yeah, this has grown on me. I really like this now. It's really grown. And I love it without the sponsor. If I'm honest, I don't like the Hotel Rwanda. Right, I'll call it Hotel Rwanda. You heard it first. The third kit. I love the intricate design on the shirt. Right, and the authentic one looks better. So I like the whole 10 play and stuff. And Luke from What the Villa did a preview of it, and he showed he's bought the pro one. And the detail looks good, but I've never really liked, and this is my own personal opinion, I don't like central badges. Like, I think that third kit, if you put the badges here and just had it, I think it would be very nice. I do. Yeah. I don't like all this. I think it's too busy with like the 3-tier, like the Adidas, the badge, then the sponsor. I think
it's also like, it's all right when you're. It's also it's also all right when you're like, relatively kind of pro athlete kind of stuff. If you're like Fat Bob from down the road, you kind of sit there and you just got this like Adidas symbol, and then the Villa badge is kind of like, boom, and then like it's coming like, it's just no. For me, it just doesn't work. I'm just not a fan. I don't like the idea. Also, what happens when you get your ketchup down it from your burger or your hot dog, and you drop it there, and it's landing on the badge? It's like, no, I've stained it.
I haven't rushed out to go and get that top. Let's be honest. I did with this because I thought when I saw it, I was on the fence with this, and then when I went to the store and saw it and tried it on, I was like, yeah, actually, I quite like it. I'm going to get it. But I know Sarah said to me, well, do you want to go and get it? I was like, well, I'm not sure yet. I might just wait for that one.
First time, sorry, Sarah was telling you to go get it, and you were like, no.
Well, no, that's a bit of a lie. I was like, can I go and get it? And she's like, absolutely not. You can't go and get it.
Right, okay.
But I don't always listen to it because I always try and find a way, right? And go, well, maybe we can rob Peter to pay Paul and kind of like, it'd be good to have do a video on it and all that kind of stuff. But then when I looked at it and I was like, I just have this mental blocker with central badges. I just don't really like it. I think it makes it look too busy. So, but I do like the design of the shirt, like with the swirls. I really like that, and so I might wait for that to come down in the sales at the end of the season and get it.
Yeah, end of the season maybe. I quite like all the training gear that we're bringing out.
Yeah,
some of that's really nice.
To be fair, the training gear they've really so far they've released the grey, the brown, and the grey and claret stuff is all lovely, really nice, man. So that's going on my Christmas list for sure.
Pete was saying so Pete said he went down. I don't know if it was in JD or I'm guessing he didn't go down to the club shop, but he said he said he didn't like the material on the third kit, and I was like, is it different?
Well, he said the same to me. So he said that with the replica thing, it's like last season's goalkeeper shirt, which is thin and I think the authentic shirt is better quality.
Oh, so sorry. Is there the 3 levels now?
Well, it's 2 levels. It's just 2 levels. You have the replica and the authentic. That's what it's called. Or people call it different things. So the pro one is the one that you're.
So is that one that you're wearing now more the kind of silky feel?
Yeah. Well, no. This is different. This is like last season's tops. It's not. I think that's a different one from what Pete's telling me. It's not the same as this. This is okay. This is just the replica one.
Surely you just have the same materials across the 3, but like
I don't know. Again, that's what you brother. I haven't seen it myself in person. I need to go and check it out properly, which I might do. But it's interesting because I don't quite like if you order it online at the moment, it comes without the sponsor. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah. I think it's from like the 12th, is it or something? No, I can't remember what the date.
And actually, it looks slightly better without the sponsor on.
Yeah, because she's not got badge. It's just 2. Which almost is a bit closer to like 82, because that like the central thing there. So,
but then it just looks like a training top rather than a kit. Do you know what I mean?
Well, like I said, it looks like a pajama top to me. Looks like so.
Anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comments. What you think? Have you bought it? You know, did you go with the pro version or did you get the replica one? Be interested to hear people's opinions on it. I'm going to hold out for that one. But the away kit.
I might get the away kit. I really like if it is true, like all the stuff we're seeing. I really like them cuffs and the collar.
Yeah.
Like I love that. I think that's beautiful.
And I just love the badge just lying on its own. And obviously it's a tray for one. So sorry, Sarah, I'm going to apologise now, but I'm getting that as soon as it's released. I love you, but like we're saving the pennies. It's coming out. It's coming out the cruise fund.
Right, Gary. Then sing us out, mate.
Yeah, right, guys. If you're final thought, if you're going to Austria, have a great time. Stay safe. I know people are already out there. Enjoy the game. Let's hope you can bring it home. We will see you Thursday for that preview, season preview. It's going to be epic. Can't wait. We're just 2 weeks away now from the Premier League season. Football is going to be back this week. I'm excited because like I said, there's been so much to talk about. So I'm just absolutely buzzing for this, for it all to get underway again. And it starts on Wednesday in the Super Cup. I'll see you at the warehouse. And until then, as always, every week we follow the boys in Claret and Blue. Peace.